Welcome to the Coach Barnabas podcast. It's time to take a few minutes and leave behind the stuff that drains us and recharge our batteries with some encouragement and insight. Finding the extraordinary in the ordinary.
Hi, welcome back to Coach Barnabas, episode number 15. Actually, this is take 2 because I already recorded this once, but my microphone was muted like a doofus. So I should be well-versed and practiced by now. But this is going to be real short. I had a moment of inspiration today. I wasn't planning on recording anything today, but an opportunity presented itself, reminded me of something. I thought, I want to share this with you guys. So bear with me a few minutes. I'm going to start by just sharing, as I like to do sometimes, is share a story from my childhood, something that has impacted me, and pass it on to you and see if it might inspire you and help you be an encouragement to somebody else. But this was something when I was in 5th and 6th grade. I had gone to one school from kindergarten to 4th grade, changed schools for my 5th and 6th grade year to a smaller school. And there was a gentleman there. He was a school janitor. His name was Johnny Stevens. And Johnny was a little guy, not much taller than we were as 5th and 6th graders, had a bit of a stutter. I remember that. He was but the nicest man you'd ever meet. And one of the things that Johnny did for us is he had the baseball schedule for all the boys in the school. And he figured out what our schedules were, figured out when our games were. All the teams played one weeknight game, and then we all had games on Saturday. And he knew which teams we were on. And whenever we had a weeknight game, he was there. He would show up completely voluntarily. And if we were playing, if my team was playing the team of a classmate, he'd spend the first half of the game sitting in one boy's bleachers, like on my side, and spend the other half of the game sitting on the bleachers of the classmate. So he didn't look like he was playing favorites. And he just was there. And if we had a great game, he was there to celebrate with us. If we won, if we did something, pretty cool, he was there to celebrate with us. If we had a rough game, we lost or something, he was there to kind of console us and encourage us. But that's what he did. He loved doing that. We could tell he loved doing it because that's just what he did. And it was something so minor, but it meant so much. And here it is many, many decades later, and I've never forgotten it. Now, the reason I share that story is today was an opportunity for my wife, who teaches preschool, 3rd and 4th grade, or not 3rd and 4th grade, 3 and 4 year olds. Okay, 3 and 4 year olds. They will have no memory of this later on. But one of the little boys in her school asked her if he would come to his basketball game or practice or something. And at 3 or 4 years old, they're probably not even keeping score, right? So I don't know how entertaining this was, except it is cute. From the cute factor, these games are a lot of fun. But from a competitive standpoint, from a skill standpoint, no, there's not much going on there. But this little boy invited her to attend this practice or game, and she went. And, look, let's be real. I'm sure it's Monday. As I record this, we had a busy weekend. I'm sure she'd rather come home after work and get comfortable and relax, get some stuff done, but just have a relaxing afternoon and evening at home. But she went to this game, and she texted me to just let me know I'm at the gym, and my heart was just filled. It just swelled up with love and pride that even though we haven't talked about this, it was like she was doing exactly what Johnny used to do, and just be there. And even if this little boy has no memories of it years down the road, it meant something to him enough to ask her to attend. And that was good enough for her, and she went. And maybe, I share that with you just to think about, maybe there are ways that you think are silly, not a big thing. You kind of, I don't know, you don't give it any thought. But then if you just take a moment and think, you know what, my friend's daughter has a dance recital. I'm going to go and just encourage them. Or they have a child who plays sports, soccer, baseball, basketball, whatever, to go to a game and just be there, completely voluntary, and just cheer them on. That it just might make a difference in their lives, might make a difference in their day, might make them feel encouraged or special. And it just takes so little, cost nothing. These things cost nothing. But the impact they have really can last a lifetime, as it did for me. Because here it is, all these decades later, and I've never forgotten Johnny and his impact, and his smile, his generosity, the sacrifice of his time to come to our games and to cheer us on, to be an encouragement, and to be a blessing to us. So it takes so little to make such a lasting impact in the lives of somebody else. So I just want to give you that opportunity. Think about it. Think about how maybe you can make an impact in somebody's life who just doesn't expect it, or if they ask you to do something, really consider it. Give it some thought, and don't think about, well, I'd much rather do this. Well, sure. But if it meant something to them to ask you, they want you there. It would mean something to them. And maybe just step outside yourself a little bit and sacrifice an hour of your time and make an impact. Okay, so I just wanted to challenge you with that and share that with you. And I'm proud of my wife, and it just thrilled my heart and inspired me to remember Johnny Stevens, and inspired me to make a difference, in lives of others around me. I remember, taking Johnny's example and attending the games of the children of friends of mine, even coaching youth sports. A lot of that was inspired by the example of Johnny Stevens when I was in 5th and 6th grade. So think about it. Think about how you can make an impact in somebody's life today, what little it costs you, and the rewards. We do a lot of things out of selfish ambition, and as much as it would mean something to the other person, it's going to make you feel really good too. So it's a win-win. So think about it. Take an opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life today or this week, this weekend, whatever it takes. So be encouraged. Be an encouragement. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.
Thank you for joining the Coach Barnabas podcast. We'd greatly appreciate your support by liking and subscribing to the podcast and setting up notifications so we can let you know when new episodes are available. We'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment. Make a difference today.